Hello class 12th. This is your subject business studies. Chapter number 7 directing. Lecture number 3. Dear students, in our last lecture we read about directing, its elements and characteristics. Now we are going to study about importance of directing. So, the importance of directing is evident from the fact that without directing, no proper action will be initiated. The managerial function of directing involves telling people in the organization as to what they should do, when and how they should do, and ensuring the instructions that are implemented in the best possible manner. So let's start its importance. See, first one is to initiate action. See, directing helps to initiate action by people in the organization towards achievement of the desired objectives. Directing seeks to initiate action by telling people in the organization as to what they are supposed to do and ensuring that they do it to the best of their ability and skill. So, effective directing leads to fulfillment of the goals of the organization. For example, it is not enough for a superior to only instruct his subordinate about the work, because along with it, he also needs to guide and motivate them constantly so as to ensure that the work is carried out appropriately and timely. So, directing helps to initiate action by the people for what? For the achievement of the desired objectives. Fine. See here, if a supervisor guides his subordinates and clarifies their doubts in performing a task, it will help the worker to achieve work targets given to him. So, the superior should not only guide the subordinate but also clarifies their doubt in performing a particular task decided by top management, and it is to be done by the superior, but superior should tell supervisor, and supervisor definitely encourage subordinates to fulfill the task given by top management. Fine. So directing initiates action because directing leads to accomplishment of desired goal. Next one is to integrate employees' efforts. Directing integrates employees' efforts in the organization in such a way that every individual effort contributes to the organizational performance. Thus, it ensures that the individuals work for the organizational goals. They are saying that directing always integrates the efforts of the employees whosoever are working in the organization so that the individual effort contributes to the organizational performance. Means it leads to interaction of individual goals of the employees with the organizational goal, that while working towards the realization of organizational goals, and individual is always able to realize his personal goal. So they are saying that every individual has his own goal to be there in the organization. So if he is working towards the fulfillment of his goal, definitely the organizational goal itself will be fulfilled. Fine. So directing integrate employee efforts. डायरेक्टिंग एम्प्लॉइज के एफर्ट्स को एक साथ कंबाइन करके उनके एफर्ट्स को ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल के एफर्ट्स गोल्स को अचीव करने के लिए लगाती है. फाइन. तो डायरेक्टिंग इन सब में हेल्प करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी कैन से अ मैनेजर विद गुड लीडर एबिलिटीज will be in a position to convince the employees working under him. What are they saying? They are saying if a manager, if he has a good leadership qualities, only then he will be in the position to convince his employees working under him that individual efforts and team effort will lead to achievement of organizational goals. Fine. They are saying that if we combine the individual efforts and team effort, definitely it will be very smooth while running the organization, and the goals of the organization can be fulfilled very easily if we are combining the efforts of individual and team effort. Then who will do it? The manager who has good leadership abilities will be doing it. If he has the abilities to convince the people working under him, definitely he will be the source of fulfillment of organizational goals. Fine. Third one is means of motivation. Beta, directing guides employees to fully realize their potential and capabilities by motivating them. Because sometimes the employees should not get proper environment, or we can say they should not get proper encouragement. They are not getting proper encouragement from the superior so that they can work set up to the satisfactory level. So directing guides employees to fully realize their potential, because if the superior guides the employees in a positive manner, they can easily realize their potential and capabilities. But who will do it? The superior for the employees. Fine. Superior will do motivation and he will provide effective leadership to the employees to work in a positive environment. So a good leader, as we can see here, can always identify the potential of his employees and motivate them to extract work up to their full potential. Fine. So directing always guide, motivate the employees so that they can be able to work to optimize their potential level. Fine. In simple word, we can say that under directing, the superior guides the employees, motivate the employees so that the employees can recognize their potential and capabilities and they can work up to their full potential level. Fine. So effective directing through motivation and communication and leadership helps to reduce such resistance and develop required cooperation in introducing changes in the organization. Fine. So ultimately they are saying that directing helps to facilitate changes in a dynamic environment. Also, there is constant need to introduce changes within the organization by directing. Fine. So, it is a human tendency to resist change in all the forms. People in the organization needs to be communicated, guided and motivated properly in this regard. For example, if a manager wants to introduce new system of performance appraisal, there may be initial resistance from the staff. But a manager can definitely win their support and willing cooperation by making them understand its purpose and motivating them with additional rewards. See, for example, if a manager wants to introduce new system of accounting, there may be initial resistance from the accounting staff because they don't know about the new techniques of accounting. But if the manager explains the purpose of introducing the new system of accounting and provides training and motivate the employees with additional rewards, remember it, with additional rewards, so the employees may accept change and cooperate with the manager. Employees will definitely cooperate with manager if the manager will tell them the motive to explain or introduce the new system of accounting. So there may be initial resistance from accounting staff. Definitely beta, if somebody has to learn something new, they face a problem. But if the goal or motive of facing that new thing is clear to him or her, definitely they will try their best to achieve the level whatever is desired by the other person, they want they want them to do that work up to the best of their level and capacity. Fine. For the welfare of the employee and for the welfare of the organization as well. Fine. Understood this example? Next one is balance in the organization. See, effective directing helps to bring stability and balance in the organization because it fosters cooperation and commitment among the people and helps to achieve balance among various groups, activities and the departments. So they are saying that effective directing helps the manager to develop commitment and loyalty among the employees. This ensures continuous cooperation and creates stability in the organization. So a balance is maintained among the various groups, activities and departments. Fine. So through directing, there should be balance in the organization and stability of employees should be organization is there, since it fosters cooperation and commitment among the people. ये लोगों में cooperation बढ़ाता है, लोगों की commitment organization के लिए improve करता है और it helps to achieve the balance among various groups, activities and the departments. Definitely, if all the groups and activities will go smoothly, only then there will not be any problem for the organization to run in the long term. If the employees of the organization are satisfied and they are stable, fine, definitely it will increase the growth of the organization and people will cooperate with each other and they will easily be committed to the organization to fulfill the goals decided by the organization, that is to be done by the employees. Fine. So ultimately they are saying the directing helps stability or balance in the organization. So understood, these are the points of importance of directing to initiate action. Directing seeks to initiate action by telling people in the organization as to what they are supposed to do and ensuring that they do it to the best of their ability. Second one is to integrate employees' efforts. Directing leads to integration of individual goals to employees with the organizational goals in such a manner that while working towards the realization of goals, the individual should be able to realize his personal goal as well. Third one is means of motivation. Directing motivate employees to do the work up to the best of their level and capacity. Fine. Fourth point is balance in the organization. Definitely, effective directing helps the manager to develop commitment and loyalty among the employees because it will lead to cooperation and creates stability in the organization. Fine. Last one is to facilitate changes. Directing facilitate changes because a business operates in dynamic environment. So there is constant need to introduce changes within the organization. As I told you now, example, if there is new method of accounting in the organization, nobody will be able to do that and nobody wants to adapt it. Fine. But if the manager is supporting them continuously and cooperating with the employees, they can easily understand its purpose and they can do for additional rewards. The employees can learn the new methods of accounting for the additional rewards and for the growth of the organization and for their own growth as well. Fine. So these were the points of importance of directing. Now your homework is you have to revise these topics along with the previous topics done, elements and characteristics of directing, and note down in your notebook as well, your notebook.